I am Multi-Topic Talk. Welcome to this new overview. We are covering Black Lightning Season 3. That's my take, my own opinion on Season 3. I hope guys will enjoy. We will speak about most of the plot points. And yeah, join our Discord in the description below. Uh, and subscribe to the channel for more Arrowverse content. I always remembered season 3 as being the best season the show ever had. Now, here's my explanation. Season 1 and 2 were built up. They were creating the foundation of the Black Lightning TV show, giving us the Pierce family with all the powers and all the characters. And season 3 is where everything started to make sense in some ways. So in season 3 we get Jefferson working with the ASA to protect his family and maybe Freeland from Markovian people. It's basically a war, a Cold War, if we can call it that way, because firefights only happen by the end of the season. For most of the season, the Markovian are creating their weapon, and the ASA does the same, and they are just on standby, threatening the other while doing anything for most of the time. And the ASA also took over the entire city of Freeland, making curfew, placing people in camps, uh, treating the citizen like piece of crap. So yeah, that was really dark and interesting at the same time. We also got Anderson. He's playing the puppet, but in fact he had his own plan, and he just wanted to look good, and he also kept his badge in some ways, because if he would have said no to the ASA, as the ASA said, they could have simply removed him and placed another puppet elsewhere. So Anderson at start, he looks like that guy that supports the ASA, so the city turns on him despite his desire in some ways to really help the city. And this was very interesting. I enjoyed that storyline a lot, especially when I have seen Anderson telling some people he is in fact a double agent. We also get Lynn getting some kind of addiction to green light, because green light makes her smarter and she wants to be smarter to help more pod kids. So yeah, that was very interesting. Odell back. He was in season 2, and he's there as the main villain with the ISA and the Markovian. By the end, it's more Gravedigger and Odell. But yeah, um, Thunder is going out as a blackbird to help out some metahuman to escape from the ASA, because the ASA want to place in camps the meta-human. That was a very good storyline. I liked it a lot. Gambi, amazing as usual. One of the best character in the Arrowverse, in my own opinion. I still preferred him in season 1. I will always remember him shooting down one of the big bads. It's like, what hero does that? I mean, Gambi, golden medal. Now we also get more people affected by green light. Jennifer also worked with Odell because Odell lied to her by telling, yeah, Markovian killed Khalil's mom. Well, in fact, Khalil killed his own mom because he was brainwashed. Khalil was turned into Painkiller during that season. I really enjoyed Painkiller. Painkiller was amazing, especially at the end. Jefferson tries to talk out Khalil because Khalil wants to kill Odell, and he has a gun in the back of Odell, and he's about to shoot. And Jefferson is like, "You don't want to do that," but Khalil still shoot the guy without killing him, but he damaged the guy pretty bad. So this is what makes the show so good. You cannot really predict what will happen next. Now, I speak a lot, and you still don't know if I liked it or not. Now, I must say, this was amazing. Great season. Probably a 9 out of 10. What really makes me like telling it's not 10 worthy? It's mainly the generals Odell have under him. Because sometimes the general take over Odell place, or sometimes the general are the one that interact with the citizen of Freeland. The general are boring, they are lame, they are just these generic soldier that are there for the mission and mission only. They do whatever they can. And what I found interesting is when Odell was removed because of the Markovian, um, one of the two general, the girl one, took over Odell place, and she messed up everything. Because now, because of that general, Jennifer is no more on Odell's side. It's also because of Crisis on Infinite Earth, because during Crisis on Infinite Earth, Jennifer was able to see two alternate Earths, one where she went bad and one where she decided to remove powers. So that led Jennifer to say, oh yeah, you know what, I no more work with Odell. And yeah, very interesting. Jace felt overused. Tobias not being the main villain was good, but he is also a bit overused because I know he's coming back in season 4. Season 3 was fine. It was just being Tobias. Nothing more, nothing impressive, nothing bad. It's just Tobias, you know? That's very sad. I wish Tobias was more than just one dimensional. He's just that villain that likes money and power. Sad and boring. Now we also have, as I said, a whole story about Freeland deciding to say no to the ASA. So Black Lightning decides to go on the citizen side, and he turned his back against the ASA. For the first half of the season, he was neutral. He was not on the ASA side or the citizen side. He was on his own side. He don't wanted to make the ASA his enemy until the ASA decided to kill innocent people. That was a war crime. That was pretty bad, and that war crime is one of the reasons why Jefferson said enough is enough, and he took the weapon on the city side. Now, the third season of Black Lightning had the same issue as 1 and 2. There's a lack of Black Lightning in Black Lightning, and this is very sad. There are many episodes where he does not even suit up, or he suit up for one big fight or 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. But when you arrive at when you arrive at season 3, You're just used to it. That's it. That's the way it is. So, yeah, very strong season. Uh, Gravedigger, the original metahuman, great uncle of Jefferson Pierce was okay. It was not amazing, but it was not bad. It was more interesting than the boring general we got for sure. Both boring general are just bad characters. They are not interesting. And Digger is interesting in his own way. He is not the best villain because he is too powerful and they need to nerf him. And you don't feel like he's a threat either because he does not kill anybody. One of his henchmen killed Anderson. He's not the one that killed Anderson. It would have been a threat if he killed many people, but he did not. So, with everything being said, let's go over to comments from people, um, and my own comments as well. When I see 45% for the audience for a good show, it's very sad. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm the only person that really liked season 3. I really enjoyed my time, so I'm very sad to see I'm maybe the only one. Now, my own comment is right there. I always remembered season 3 as being the best season the show ever had. I was right. All the 3 chapters were well done and very interesting. Not having Tobias as main villain of the season made this season special since Tobias had a big role in the other 3 seasons the show had. Odell, head of the SA, is very interesting. I can't say the same for both of his general. Both general are just one-dimensional cliche military people that have the generic goal to save human by any means necessary. Adele is more interesting since sometimes he does good stuff to gain trust, and he is a master of psychology, able to control people with words. Funny thing, he keeps his word. When he says something, he will do it. As usual, one of the weaknesses of the show is lack of blacklightning in it. Tobias being only a side villain made him more interesting. The writing of the show is as good as ever. Military takeover in time of war was very interesting to see in a superhero TV show. It was well done. Most of the episode in the season feel like a 9 out of 10. Anderson being a double agent was a great storyline. Lynn drug addiction was an interesting storyline. Painkiller dealing with his double personality was great. Jennifer asking question if she should work or not for Odell was well done. Knowing how Anderson death affects Black Lightning in season 4, re-watching Anderson last word to Jeff was much more emotional than it was on my first watch. Gravedigger was too strong, but he was still interesting. Adding Grace was also good. The shapeshifter it was interesting. The story was well done and entertaining. It's rare I say that, but 16 episodes was the perfect number it needed to tell the story. It was near perfection. The generic general were the reason why the show was dragged down. Lady Eve and Jace were also overused characters that dragged down the show. Now, this is my thoughts. 9 out of 10, well deserved. Now, let's go over to why people did not like it. This show keeps getting worse. I will give season 4 a try, but I'm just about to call it quits. Hmm, this is harsh. Not gonna lie, the villains are tough to love throughout the series, but the writing has gotten significantly better along with some incredible performance from all of the actors. Chris William is Black Lightning. Personally, I don't watch many other arrowverse shows because the acting is so abysmal and cringe in most of the time. This is an introduced villain that were much better than the previous season. It feels like this series is finally getting its balance. Great show. So you see, I agree with that when he speaks about balance and better villain. If you have to bias 2 years in a row, people will get bored. They won't enjoy it. Even if you're interesting, you are overusing your character. Who needs good writing when you have the obvious spender tropes? I wish this show was enjoyed more by would represent not other looking for a moral pat on the back. Hmm. You see, I don't want a pat on the back as he says. I enjoy Black Lightning because it's a good show. Despite the flaws, it's a good show. The writing is well, the actors were well chosen. The story was interesting despite the flaws. No show is perfect. I just enjoy entertainment, and this was entertainment for me. So let's read the next one. Incredible season and one of the best season in Arrowverse. Oh my, mmm. It's it's probably top 10 in the Arrowverse, but not any higher. I'm generous there. Incredible story, incredible visual, and incredible action sequence. The new suit for Black Lightning, Painkiller getting an upgrade, great storyline for Lynn as well as great role for Jen and Anissa makes this a great season. At the awesome Earth Crisis episode and Wayne Brady as Grave Digger. This was an episode threat. The Markovia conflict was intriguing, and the Outsiders team up was fun too. People review bombing this show are mostly white supremacists, so ignore the low user rating and enjoy the show. Okay, I ate that word. Um, there's no such people. Yes, some people review bomb Black Lightning because it has a black in it. But when you speak about white supremacists, you sound like another racist, but toward the white people. Regardless, with that being said, I believe a lot of people don't like it because there's black in the title, and this is very sad. But this is reality. Some people are just racist because they were born in a family full of racists or their friends were racist as well. And this is bad. This is something that is everywhere. You fear and hate what you don't understand. Okay, this is a very long one. I hope you will be interesting. Chris Williams.